We had Rush Limbaugh pass away the other day, and my condolences and sympathies to his loved ones. I think he's survived by his wife and children, or I'm sure there are brothers and sisters, many, many, many millions of fans, scores of millions of fans that are crushed, who came to feel that he was, like a father to them, a father figure or a brother or what have you. And so my condolences go out to him, and many people are giving their condolences, and people are very worried about, well, Rush Limbaugh, since he just died, you can't speak ill of the dead. I guess I'm going to be the only one brave enough to do that. I always endeavor to comport myself with humility and in accord with our highest standards as Westmen. And I am doing so, I believe, when I say that Rush Limbaugh has, I've seen estimates of around $500 million. Why in God's name did he not use that for the well-being of our people all the way up to the very end? Why did he not? He had what is referred to as Foxtrot U money. Why did he not just go for it? Why he had been losing with conservative. Now, he was a very intelligent man, and he has witnessed over the span of his life, from when he started in radio all the way up to the moment he finally passed on, he has witnessed a steady decline in the United States and around the world. I mean, make no mistake about it, he's watching as Western civilization burns down around the world. He sees these conservative approaches and ideas failing day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, decade after decade. Even an idiot would realize this approach doesn't work. Now you might say, Jason, well, he still wanted his fame. He still wanted the dollars pouring in. He wanted dollars on top of dollars. Maybe he ate some of them. He was a bit portly. But he had dollars pouring in upon dollars. He had fame and infamy, depending on your perspective of Rush Limbaugh. And he did not use any of it, even all the way up to the end. Now, when he had terminal cancer, if you might have said, well, Jason, still all the way up. He didn't know. Maybe he lived to 120. Bravo Sierra. But still, once he figured out that he had terminal cancer, why did he not then say, I've got more than enough money. It doesn't matter what these people think of me. I'm going to end up very, very shortly leaving this mortal realm. I'm going to go for it because everything else has been losing. So I'm going to bring on to the show. I'm going to use my money, that I have infinite money, as that's what it amounts to, $500 million. And I'm going to hire people. I'm going to say, go out into the world quickly, find people for me to bring on my show so that I can introduce these individuals to scores of millions in the United States. Find them quickly. They don't have to be perfect. I'll give a disclaimer at the beginning of each show. Don't know everything about this guy or this woman, but they care about America. They care about white people. He knows very well and good where America comes from. Why didn't he do this? So Foxtrot that fat bastard right into his grave. That's what I have to say about the dead when it comes to that guy, that POS. Can't speak ill of the dead? Well, I think I will. We need to start behaving this way so that the Rush Limbaughs of the world know that if you're going to exit this world and you're going to leave the rest of us with not only your funeral pyre on fire, but all of our civilization, that no, you're not going to live in fame. Your family are not going to be able to walk the streets and have people thank them. Oh, thank you so much. for your loved one, these bereaved members, and we're going to say, thank you. No, we're going to say, go to hell. Why didn't he do more? What more do you need than the Grim Reaper and $500 million to make you brave? What a fat-ass coward he was. That's my opinion of Rush Limbaugh. A fat-ass coward. Couldn't even be brave with the Grim Reaper and $500 million. So now we have a new standard for moral behavior. After one of these cucks leave the world, we can feel concern. We can sympathize. We can empathize with their family members, and we should. That's the right thing to do. They're not responsible for him being a giant pussy willow. They're not responsible for that. But we should as shit condemn them for that cowardly behavior. So everybody's sharing these memes now of Rush said this or Rush said that. It's sickening. I find it sickening. I'm disgusted by him. And he should be remembered, as far as I'm concerned, as the ultimate coward. Because not even death and $500 million was able to put anything between his legs. Not even death and $500 million drove a spine up the back of that jellyfish. If you can't get brave with death in one hand and $500 million in the other hand, you are one pathetic SOB. We have people out there who have nothing. Rush, if you can hear me, nothing. And they're out there standing up for Western kind and the United States and the UK and Germany and Italy and Sweden and all the rest. Nothing to their names. You lived in palaces. You bitch. You absolute fat bitch. That's what I have to say about Rush Limbaugh. And if your feelings are hurt by it, then get over it. That's your problem. So that's what I had to say on Rush Limbaugh. I had to get that off my chest. And we'll do this reverse style. Maybe once we get far enough away from this fat bitch coward, the most pusillanimous coward to ever, most pusillanimous male boy to ever, he's going to snuggle up close, all fat-like to that microphone. He thinks he's so suave and so powerful. And he led one defeated battle after another all the way into his grave. Think about that. I want you to think about that. For all the books he wrote, for all the time he was on the radio and had people's ears, it was one loss after another. And there's no way in hell he was unaware that they were losses. No way in hell. He deserved to die with Biden as president. He deserved that. He deserved to get into that hole in the ground that I'm sure they had to use several cranes to make. He deserved to climb into that hole. With Biden using that pen at one executive order after another, defeating everything that Rush cared about. Good. You know where I can have, we all don't know what our final days are going to be like. Everybody, and I want for all of you, all of your final days, to be in bed, surrounded by loved ones who are looking on at you and telling you how much they love you. And that's what I want your final moments to be like. But some of us are not going to be that lucky. Most of us are not going to be that lucky. And I can tell you one thing that will absolutely not happen with me is pusillanimity. I am not going to be a coward at any point. And if I have death in one hand and anything else in the other, whether it be a microphone that doesn't cost more than I've earned in my whole life, like Rush had, whether it's a pin or whatever else I'm carrying, I'm going to be a Western hero all the way to the end. Because my life is going to matter. That is how we correct behavior like Rush Limbaugh's. That is how we ensure that that doesn't happen again. This guy they're talking about last night on ILNS, what's this guy's name from South Africa? So many people, it's like PewDiePie wondering, is he really our guy? Does he really care about us? Well, let me tell you what. If he goes to the grave as well, then without making it happen, if he actually cares about Western civilization and Western kind, and he doesn't make it with an effort that can be seen from Mars in so many ways, Elon Musk, I think, if he does not do that, then his story of his life should be one of pure cowardice. Every step of the way, we should write him in, just like we write Rush in. Rush in as a coward for the totality of his life. Let the conservatives hate me for that for a week and then get over it.